Hello and welcome to the Open Book channel. My name is Oli Ander, your designated open book, and I just wanted to make a quick little update video for the end of the year, letting you know what I'm working on and what you can expect in 2026, but also that I may be gone for a little while as I'm getting these projects done. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to the Open Book this year. I had ambitiously aimed to hit 500 subscribers by 2026, but unfortunately I don't have another actual content video to put out for you before then. It's not like there isn't a surplus of publishing drama going on, but after this year, and I'm sure a lot of you feel this way too, I just want to step back from that stuff and create. I'm working on several projects that I hope to report on in the new year. I have finished and am querying my collection Structural Rot to traditional publishers right now. This is my first time querying, and I already have some thoughts about the process, but I will save them for a video when I can speak more thoroughly on the topics. Querying has me anxious and excited, but if we're being entirely honest, I am very aware that my book is a long shot. Querying any book is hard, but I'm additionally limited by it being nonfiction, with the inclusion of prose, and as it is a distinctly Canadian experience, I am only reaching out to available Canadian publishers, so the odds are not in my favor. I'm going to give it a genuine shot, though I'm not sure for how long. If I hit the literal wall of there being no available Canadian publishers whom I haven't already gotten a rejection from, I will probably self publish. Other than that, it could be 6 months, it could be several years. I'm not sure when you'll be able to read it. I totally understand how long the process of publishing takes, but more than anything, if it's looking like I'm going to have to self publish anyway because the niche and style are so hard to pitch, I don't want to lose interest in the manuscript. I don't want to lose the motivation to ever get Structural Rot out there, which I unfortunately tend to do. That is partly why I killed my old pen name. It took so long to get the Bleeding Heart series self published that I felt it was no longer a proper reflection of my current writing skill, and I was just like, is this too old? Does anyone care? Why should I bother? Into the spirals of self doubt. So in 2026, even if Structural Rot doesn't come out, you might find me plugging away at the meta content I will otherwise need to self publish it eventually, like cover designing, which is always fun. In the meantime, while Structural Rot is doing its rounds, my nonfiction posts to the Bits and Bones publication will be scarce. I will throw out one off speculative prose now and then, but overall, I want to collect up my themes better beforehand. After feverishly self publishing my last memoir series, in which I posted every new excerpt as I wrote it, I've learned the value of keeping things closer to the vest. I got them out there, I killed my pen name, I moved on. I don't want to keep doing that in cycles forever and ever until I die. That's admittedly not very good practice for building an author brand. I need to work on not being ashamed of anything that I've written more than a couple of months ago. But please know that just because you're not seeing a lot of posts doesn't mean that I'm on hiatus. I've been writing a lot, actually. Like, a lot, a lot. I've been in an introspective dive into the depths of my own person since halfway through 2025. However, the topics for my future releases will be a lot more sensitive. Well, that's hypocritical coming from someone who turned their first relationship into a prose trilogy, unraveling themes of codependence and exposing intimate details of mental illness. So, I guess what I'm really saying is, I've grown and I want to handle my future releases with more care. My earlier pieces were a raw spewing of what I went through, how I felt during events, and the ways that I thought about it in that moment. And as honest as that was, it was limited by the biases of my limited interpretation of the world. Is that what I went through? Yes. Were the memoirs potentially irresponsible on how I speculated on what could be the cause of said experiences? Also, yes. And I'm probably going to address that on my current introspective journey too. I've been revisiting so many aspects of my life. I've got a new lens through which I'm viewing things, and As much as I can speak to my feelings and experiences, if I'm going to speculate on them in any objective way, I need to do my due diligence. I now consider myself part of a community, and I don't want to misrepresent them, even if I'm just relaying my personal experiences and thoughts. All that to say, after I've emerged from this chrysalis of introspection, you can expect lots of writing about my journey and understanding my neurospiciness, is what I'll leave it at for now. I've been talking a lot more candidly about it on my personal vlog channel, if you're interested, but I'm going to hold off on attaching my professional pen name on here to any labels just yet. So that's all about my nonfiction writing, and myself, I guess. As for YouTube, during the next month, or however long it takes, I'll be looking to update the channel's aesthetics. Given my financial situation, it's been hard for me to justify any personal expenditures. This is still just a hobby, but with the rise of Gen AI in creative spaces, I feel it's important to present both verbally and visually just how anti Gen AI I am. I got a comment from someone during the subscriber boom of October who thought that part of my background was AI art, and to be very clear, to the best of my ability to discern, it is not AI art. And I told the commenter that too, politely, but I do see where they were coming from. I've had these assets since before Gen AI started polluting the internet, and it's just because they're watercolor, but these books are wonky looking. As much as I believe it's important for people who do not have a background in art to refrain from throwing around false Gen AI accusations, because those do nothing but hurt real artists, I also feel compelled to ensure that no one who comes across my page has any reason to suspect us. There will always be accusers who are just wrong and clueless, but there is also often room for reasonable doubt, which I'd personally like to eliminate from my space altogether if I can. So I'm going to be looking into commissioning a new background from an artist that I feel is trustworthy. It may take a while. I'm nervous. I've never commissioned anything before or spent that much money on art, but I've wanted a more cohesive background for the channel for a while now anyway, and this is a good excuse to support a real artist in these dismal times. I have repeatedly tried to just paint my own background so I know with 100% certainty where it came from and how it was made, but I'm not good at scenery, at least insofar as a room is concerned. A landscape is one thing, but all the little textures and details of books, I suck. So come 2026, I'll be back with a new look, and I hope you like it. Let me know what your projects are in the comments below, because I'm always inspired by others. I wish everyone the very best this holiday season, and I'll see you in the new year.